Welcome to the easy guide to knowing how to use the Pictos and the Lumina and all the stuff they do. If that interests you and I saved you some time, please like and sub. You know the drill. Let's begin. Let's start with our Pictos. When you have these equipped, you need 4 fights and you will know the Pictos. That is indicated by the little yellow filler meter. If you see, like, empowered tint is not full, but stun boost is. Once one character knows the Pictos, they may all use it in the Luminas. We will get to that. Now, you find Pictos in the world by just finding them or beating bosses or enemies. There's tons of way to get them, but the way they become upgraded is you will find them again and they will automatically upgrade. Also, if you notice, all of our Pictos have some kind of stat boost. Usually the higher the level, 10, 15, the better the stat. What I like to do is I will double down whatever I'm best in for the stat. So right here, Luna's agility is super high, but she also needs a ton of crit. So I will try to focus that, but she's also really sucking in HP. So I kind of stacked her with a lot of HP. That's just my play style. So you can mix and match that however you want. Now, the other thing that's very important is anything that gives you AP, you always want those items equipped. Either it's Pictos or the Lumina. Down here, I have Dead Energy, 3 AP on killing an enemy. AP is the name of the game in Expedition 33. It is the most vital resource you have, so you better be getting very good at your dodges, your parries, or whatever your build is going to be, because it is extremely important. It's the entire combat system. Over here on the Luminas, like I said, if your characters know it, it'll pop up in here and you can equip. So for example, I'll just take some of these off for you so you can see. Now I have 24 points available, so I can just go in here and I can refill them out however I want. And I know these as a passive. Please note that when the Luminous is equipped, you do not get the stat boost of the Pictos. So let me rephrase that one more time. The Pictos give you a stat boost. The Luminous does not give you a stat boost. You just get the passive ability. I think there's a lot of confusion right there, so hopefully that clears up a lot of things. The other thing is you will get more Lumina points through leveling, and you will also get them through this item. You will find these all the time. When you upgrade, you can just distribute them however you want. It would be a good idea to distribute them evenly and maybe save a few when you're getting new characters. Now let's talk about the most essential Pictos and or Luminas that you want equipped at all times. Energizing, because you get 1 AP at the start of battle and it gives you HP. Dead Energy is probably going to be your never remove Picto because it gives you 3 AP for killing an enemy. Now for bosses, that probably won't be too big of a deal, but for the rest of the game, it is huge. And you're always going to want dodge on. It's cheap and you get a lot of value from just dodging once per turn, and you can weave that with your parry and your dodge. It's in my tips video. It's very simple. Augment Counter gives you 25% increased counter damage. This should never be taken off. It is a core mechanic of the game. Leave it on at all times. Sweet Kill is one of the best ones you are going to get in the game. It is in the Forgotten Battlefields. You recover 50% health upon killing an enemy. If you are looking to farm and not heal, this is essential. You must never take this off. It is such a huge value to you at all times of the game. Energizing Parry is also in the Forgotten Battlefields. 1 AP on successful parry. Now you will find a character who his whole playstyle is dodge and parry. This must be on him at all times. Now there's this one called Breaking Attack. What it does is your base attack can break. Anything that adds up that break meter faster, you want to have that on as many characters as possible. Some are better than others, and that might also depend on your playstyle. You should be using that break meter to your advantage as much as possible. So yeah, hopefully that helped you guys. If it did, let me know. I will be making more tips and guides. Please check them out. I'm also streaming the entire game over on Rumble, and I'm posting the entire walkthrough here on YouTube as well. So check those out, and I'll see you around.